Okay, so what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about short stories and the different elements about the short stories that we're going to learn in language arts. When we study, one of the reasons that we read short stories and we read novels is that by studying literature, it kind of makes sense of the human experience, what all different kinds of people are going through and what we need to know. It also helps us explore cultural values. It creates an emotional response from the reader. When you guys were reading Boys in the Striped Pajamas last year, did you kind of react to it emotionally? Sure you did. You know, I mean, literature gives us emotional responses. We connect with the characters. It's also a journey. So like life, literature can take us to places where we've never been before, either in a time period or in the future, past or future, or it can take us to a different place in the world or a different culture that we can't physically go to ourselves. Now we're dealing with plot, and plot has several different elements. So if the author writes, the king died and then the queen died, there is no plot for the story. It's just two statements of fact. But if we write, the king died and then the queen died of grief, now we have a plot line. Now we can figure out what happened, why it happened, and what's going on. So the plot is how the author arranges events to develop his basic idea. In other words, it's the sequence of events in a story or a play. And it's important to remember that a plot is a planned, logical series of events that have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Most important thing from this statement is it's planned. Some of the best stories begin with the plot line. Before an author starts writing, they'll develop the entire plot line of the story, and then they'll fill in all the gaps with their narrative. So what goes into plot?